really, really long time. I'll wait to get some live watchers before we start discussing stuff. It's been a while. I know that it has. If you're watching this on the replay, you can leave comments at any time. Hopefully y'all accept my apology. Also, who drinks Pepsi? I know that if you're not watching this yet, then, you won't become it, but whoever's watching on the replay will see this. Who likes Pepsi? Comment down below. Hot debate. Coke or Pepsi? Heart for Coke. Leave a heart emoji in the comments for Coke. And a thumbs up emoji for Pepsi. Or both, if you like both. Whichever you like. I like both. I like Coke better than Pepsi, I will say. But I like both. And Pepsi is what we got today, so. Can't go wrong with a nice Pepsi. So, yeah. I didn't really want to start until we got some live watchers, but, maybe we'll just go. Maybe this will just end up being an upload. Who knows? So, hopefully you can't see too much of the background. That's kind of the point of this. I'm not going to show off anything until, until we get some watchers. Oh, wait. I was going to do white, but I want yellow. Got the wrong yarn. So we're using these two yarns today. We're going to crochet. It is the Peaches and Cream original. So yeah, I got this for a hat that I'm making, but I have a sneaking suspicion I won't need all four for a sun hat that I'm making. So there we go. That is what we are doing today. We're going to start off with this bright yellow because, yeah, yellow is cute. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. I think I'm going to go with a 4mm hook, and we will see. It does require a 5mm according to the label, but I'm just going to try a 4. And if a 4 works, then 4 is what we'll do. If a 4 is too small, I have my 5 on standby. In case I decide that I feel the 4 is too small. Which I might, but I also might just feel that the 4 is perfect size. So, here we go. We're going to crochet, we're going to tat, we're going to do all the things. So, here we go. 1, 2. No, I feel the 4 is too small for this particular project. Okay. That's fine. We're going to use our 5. Our trusty 5. Okay, so trusty 5. So we are going to be attempting my first ever bandana. And you're probably wondering, if you're watching this on the replay, well, bandanas are like the easiest thing you can make. And well, that's true. I've just never attempted. So we're making the bandana. And hopefully we can get some live watchers. So yeah. We are going to make a bandana. And I'm having trouble because, hi, we're going to be making a bandana in today's live stream, and we're going to talk about some life updates. Life updates. Anybody want to stick around? So I'm roughly following a pattern here. I already kind of watched the video on how to do it. I'm kind of already geared up. Hey guys, say hello in the comments if you can hear me. Thank you for tuning into today's live and life update. Life update is what we're doing today. I also made some zucchini bread today. Start up the day Pepsi, get a snack, get a drink, or a project and a drink. Because if you're crocheting, you can't really eat at the same time. Well, you can, but then your yarn gets all greasy. So if you're not crocheting, grab a drink and a snack. If you're going to crochet with me or knit with me, just grab a drink. Something to stay hydrated or something to energize you. Whichever you choose. I'm doing Pepsi right now. I love a good Pepsi. You know, soda's good. In moderation, it's good. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Especially if you want to have a soda. That's what I say. You only live once. If you have a soda once in a while, it ain't gonna kill you. Hi! We are officially live for the first time in forever. I'm gonna crochet a bandana and we're gonna talk life updates. Woo, life updates. So I was gonna try to wait till we get some more viewers to get like deep into the life updates, but I thought, we'll just kind of start slowly going into it. So I'm crocheting a bandana right now because I have extra yarn, I thought. And I'm also making, I don't know if this is going to look good, but I'm also crocheting a hat. Now you're thinking it's small. It is gonna stretch out. It is going to be like a bucket sun hat type deal. I'm using a little bit of this yarn here, which is what I've got left. It is Peaches and Cream Stripey in the color green stripies, in case anybody likes the yarn and wants to buy it themselves. This is Peaches and Cream Original in the color yellow. This is Peaches and Cream Original in the color white. And this little strip here is Peaches and Cream Stripey in the color green stripies. And for a more accurate representation, this is kind of what it looks like. And the reason I'm making a hat that looks too small, that won't be too small forever, I promise, because it does fan out and get a little bigger over the head, and you don't want to make it too big if you're not making a beanie. The reason I'm making a hat of those colors is because, and I will show you in just a second, is because, hold on, it's hard to show you, but I made this new top. Look how cute this new top is, everybody. So this is the Peaches and Cream Stripey in the colorway green stripies. This is what the back looks like. It's kind of a tangled mess, but it is just like this in the back. Hard to show the back of this. This is what the strap in the back looks like, and it just corsets in the back. Now, I have a dilemma, and if anybody can solve this dilemma for me directly and let me know how to fix this dilemma, I would appreciate it. I'm going to tell you what the dilemma is in just a second. So corsets in the back and their straps and everything that crisscross. Now, my dilemma for this particular top is that I, as you can see, crocheted the two cups together. Now, the reason I did that was because the bra cup was covering enough of the girls on this side, but not enough of the girls on the inside. And the middle of the girls, if you know what I mean, were popping out and weren't staying. So, how to make a bra cup big enough to where it covers the inside of the girls equally to the outside of the girls. Now, here is what I did. I followed Passionate Kelsey's bra cup pattern. You do a chain and then you crochet up the chain 3 single crochet on the top at the end of the chain, and then go back down the other chain and then go like this. So you go up the side, 3 on the top, down the bottom. Up, 3 on the top, down the bottom. So, do I need to make the chain longer? Because to cover the bust in the way that I wanted to, I had to stitch the middle together. So if you are wanting to make this pattern is not intended to seam the inside of the bra clips together. That's just something I did to accommodate. But if you would like to learn how to make this pattern, this is the Lily Top by Passionate Kelsey. You can check her out to make this pattern. It's not my design. I just modified it by stitching the 2 bra cups together. Once I stitched the 2 bra cups together, it fit perfectly. But I don't want to have that as a style every time. So if you guys have a method of making bra cups just like this, where it covers more of the inside of the bust instead of just the outside. So it's basically like, just for example, you chain 10. You put 1 single crochet in each of the first 9 stitches. 10th stitch gets 3 single crochets. Then you single crochet down the back of the chain, and so forth. So that's how you do it. And then you just keep going and making the point until it's big enough, right? Or do I really just need to make a longer chain? Because if that's the problem, then maybe I'll just do that. Or do I need to make a shorter chain? That's the question I don't know. So if you know how to solve that dilemma, down below. So I made this. It looks really cute. It fits well with it stitched together. If you don't want it stitched together, you probably won't have to do that. But you can follow Passionate Kelsey's Lily Top on our channel to find the pattern. I just modified it because it wouldn't fit otherwise. Like I tried it on after. And this is a rough representation of what the back looks like. It's not going to lay flat. But anyways, I really love the peaches and cream stripy yarn in the color green stripies, which is this yarn for reference that I showed earlier. Perfect. That sounds great. Love it. So let me know if you have an answer for that dilemma and if you like this stripy yarn. I like it. It's a little bit better quality than the peaches and cream original. Like it holds up a little better. And it's a lot drapier and a lot softer, but it's also stiff and durable at the same time. So if you like that, I highly recommend that you buy this yarn. It's a great color. They come in a different variety of colors. The peaches and cream stripy variety does only come in striping color varieties. If you want to get a non-striping color variety, then unfortunately you'll have to go with the peaches and cream original, which is thicker and rougher. But they're both good cotton yarns. This one's just not quite as durable as the peaches and cream stripy is. But it's the same yarn. This one's just, I think, probably spun a little tighter and a little bit thinner. But the quality of this yarn just works up so nicely. I know. Sorry, I've been busy. We're going to get to the update shortly. I just wanted to get a few watchers in first. But yeah, just to see the quality of the yarn and how it worked up. It's slightly better quality than the peaches and cream original. So that's what this yarn is the peaches and cream stripy in the colorway green stripies. So we're going to set that aside for now. Oh, and for that crop top, I did use a 3.75 millimeter crochet hook. Lydia, you said you've been working a lot lately. Yeah, I know the feeling. Oh, I'm unemployed. So that's an update. Let's just get into life updates, guys. I'm unemployed. If you didn't know, I'm unemployed. I do still own a business legally, and I do plan to still be operating the business, but the reason I'm currently unemployed is because I moved. I do not live in Oak Harbor anymore. I live in Kennewick, which is Eastern Washington, the Tri-Cities, which is about 4 to 6 hours away from where I was living. I am staying with someone temporarily, until I can get my own place. And yeah, it's hot here. The summer days are usually like 97, 98 to 100 plus. But it's a drier heat, so you don't feel it as much. Well, the reason I'm unemployed is because I moved. And relocation means no work temporarily. So I'm looking for a job in the Kennewick area. If anyone comes across this and lives in the Kennewick area. Anywho, we are going to start crocheting while we talk. So ask me any questions you want to know. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm temporarily staying with somebody until I can get a job and get money to get my own place. That is kind of the goal here. So yeah. Hi. Hi, thank you so much for watching. We're crocheting a bandana. That is what I'm currently doing. It's crocheting a bandana. And in case you missed it, we made this crop top. This is kind of a rough idea of what the back looks like. It's a corset. I did have to stitch the back or the front together because the bra cup didn't fit me correctly. So I did just stitched the middle together, which worked out really well. It didn't distort the pattern in any way, shape, or form, and it just worked really well. If you'd like to follow this pattern, you can go to Passionate Kelsey on YouTube and follow her pattern, the Lily Top. This is her pattern. I just modified it to fit me correctly because the girls were falling out from the inside. So yeah, that's what's going on with that. And that colorway, in case anyone that just popped on is wondering, it's the Peaches and Cream cotton yarn from Walmart in the variety Stripies. So it's specifically, sorry, I can't talk. It's specifically the Peaches and Cream Stripies in the color green Stripies, if you're wondering. It's a fabulous colorway. This doesn't do it justice because it's not that much less. So, but that does it justice quite well. And if you're worried about the quality of cotton yarn, this is okay. It's rougher cotton, and it's made to be a rougher cotton on purpose to make things like dishcloths, sponges, that sort of thing. But that one is a slightly thinner, more tightly spun yarn that is better quality, for lack of a better word. Nothing that I could think of, Lydia. So I did move, and that is why I have not been live, like literally at all, is because I moved. So that's the reasoning for that. Now I am going to be moving again at some point, just because, well, I'm not in my permanent resting place. I am going to be staying here in Kennewick. Obviously, that's the goal, or at least I prefer to. If it comes down to it and I have to, I may end up going to one of the other Tri-Cities for a living situation, just because they're all like 20 minutes away from each other. Well, it's not that big of a deal. But I plan to live in Kennewick. Right now, though, it's just the actual physical location is temporary. And that is so that I could save up the money to get a place here. Because that was something that I knew I couldn't do when I was in Oak Harbor. I just knew that I wouldn't be able to with all of my monthly expenses and my bills. So, hoping to get employment soon. I just reopened the business. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I'm just going to be crocheting this bandana, and that's what we're going to do. If you have any questions, please comment down below, and I do have some more stuff to tell you. Just message me and let me know what time it is, because it does depend on the time. Because I don't live alone, so I have to kind of find time when the person I'm staying with isn't around. If that makes sense. Just so that I don't bother them if they're sleeping or something. Yeah, but let me know all the details. Just let me know all the details, and then I will definitely get back to you on that matter. But yes, we are working on a bandana that I like the pattern of, I found. And yeah, I think this is how you do it. I'm not 100% positive. I did find the pattern on YouTube and I did watch it, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm doing it correctly. I am going to have to watch to make sure, because I'm really not sure that I am doing it correctly. And maybe I should have used a smaller hook. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I think I'm doing it correctly. To a degree. Okay. That's definitely a lot better. A lot smaller. There we go. That's what the bandana is looking like so far. Just going to keep going with this because I have a feeling I'm doing it right. Although I'm not using the desired yarn that they say to use. Okay, yeah, go ahead and message me all the details. Go ahead and do that. Oops, my yarn is splitting, you guys. So we have some stuff to talk about now that I've been waiting. I'm installing because I want to make sure that we have enough live watchers and viewers to, to be able to do this. And we do. So now that we do, I want to be able to talk about what we need to talk about. Okay. Excuse me. So I have been thinking a lot. And I have really been going back and forth on this. And I've been thinking that I need to be making as much income as possible through all the income media streams possible. That's kind of the point of all this. And so I'm just thinking in my head, I should really get over not wanting to sell my work because, I've been crocheting for a long time. I have a lot of skill in this particular area. I'm not saying I'm the best, but that's not like I'm a newbie by any means, right? It's not like I'm a newbie. And so I feel like I'm at the point where I should start selling my work. So I have decided to start making work to sell. Does this look right? This does not look right, you guys. Like, legit at all. This does not look right. And I don't like this hook size either. I'm not liking this at all. It doesn't look right. So I am going to have to figure this out. So I guess we are going to use a smaller hook. I'm going to go back to the 4 because I think I can make the 4mm work, whereas I wasn't so sure. I'm just going to stick to the 4mm. 1, 2, there we go. Because I really do think the 5, for double crochets at least, is too big. It just isn't that good, honestly. Okay, so I'm still going to follow that pattern that I was doing, but we're just going to do the 4mm hook instead of 5. Although this yarn today is really splitting, which is bad, bad, bad. Okay, so we just need 3 double crochet, 2. And I think maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm gonna have to watch the video. But anyways, so I've decided that along with my business that I'm gonna be doing, which I'll be hiring employees for that, but along with my cleaning business, I want to officially start the journey of opening my crochet business. So I financially don't have the financials to do that. So I'm just going to sell some crochet stuff on the side and slowly integrate it into a full-blown business. Because why not own multiple businesses, right? Why not? Fibers in the wind officially. So let me know your tips and tricks for that if you have any. I'm going to set that aside because we are going to open up the computer here and we're going to find that video on YouTube. I don't need the audio on for this. I just need to be able to see how she does it. To see if she does 3 every other row or just 2. Because I know the first row, it's 3 double, chain 2, 3 double. But I don't want to give it away because, again, it's not my pattern. It's a pattern by Passionate Kelsey. If you are interested, you can go find her bandana patterns on there. Yeah. I'm just going to look it up because I can find it pretty easily. All of hers come up pretty immediately. None of, yeah, this is the one. I was like, none of hers are showing up, but this is the one. So I'm just going to watch and see how she does it. Just to make sure I'm doing it correctly. So we can talk. So, yes, how do you do it? Do you do Shopify? I'm going to be doing Shopify, I believe. Not starting out, but I eventually will be doing Shopify, you guys. So excited. And also, I will still be doing that giveaway once we get to 200 subscribers, which will be a set of, I can't talk, a set of Clover Amore crochet hooks, a set of Clover Amore crochet hooks and a variety of yarns. That is still a thing. I will hold to that. So that's how she starts it. I'm watching the video on my laptop with no audio because I don't need the audio. I don't need her to explain. I just need to see to make sure I'm doing it correctly. Come on, I just need to know how she's doing in the next round. Okay, go. This is taking forever, you guys. But what are your tips and tricks for selling things? Because I've never done it before. And how much money do you make selling things, Lydia? Like, are you pretty profitable with it or not so much? Wait, what? Hold on. Sorry, we're watching this video really quickly, you guys. Okay. So she does the devil, yes. Oh, so she goes back into it to do the devil. Interesting. Interesting. I didn't think that was true. Okay, so we're watching a video really quick. We can talk on Facebook sometime. Yes, good idea. Okay, so now I know that she does that. Okay, she's explaining what you do in the middle, but I'm just going to watch what she does in the middle really quickly, and then I'm done, because I don't need to watch this whole video. Okay. Yes, just do it. One, two. Oh, so she only does two that time. So she does two and two. So she starts off with three and then does two and two. Okay, well. Okay, well, that's great. I was doing it wrong. I was. So, hey, everybody. Hi. Hi. So, if you didn't catch, I moved. I will be moving again at some point. Because right now where I'm staying is temporary. So, I don't have the specifics of when that will be. Just whenever I can get employment and start working, and whenever I can get my own place. That is when I will be moving. I will still be staying in the Kennewick area. I just need time to do that. So now I know what to do. She does two double. She starts off with a stacked single. But anyways, that is pretty much, that is my update. That is my live. I thought we could just, talk for a while while I do this. If you have any questions, I already have a name for the business. It's still just going to be Fibers in the Wind. That's me. Unless I have legal trouble taking of that name, then we'll modify it slightly. But other than that, Fibers in the Wind will be it. So if you want to follow her Pico bandana pattern, you can go check out Passionate Kelsey's YouTube for that. That's what this is that I'm following. I just couldn't remember some of the details of how to do it, but here we are. So that's what we're doing now, is we're just crocheting that, and I'm not going to give any details on how to do it, so, because I don't want to, it's not my place to show how to do her pattern. It's not legally my place, so, and out of respect as well. But yeah, this is what we're working with. It's looking correct now, and I really like it. I don't know if we're going to do white and yellow, or if we're just going to do yellow. Not entirely sure, like, how that's going to go. It's going to be just a random decision when time comes. But yeah, also, if you're wondering, hey, everybody. Also, if you're wondering, my hair is a little wet. I just took a shower. But my hair dries pretty quickly here because it's really hot here. Like it's a dry heat. It's not just hot, it's also like a dry heat. So yeah, that is lovely. And what's lovely about it being a dry heat is literally the fact that you don't it doesn't affect you negatively as the wet heat would affect you. So when you're hot and sweating here, you don't feel physically ill like you do in wetter climates. Like you don't feel like you're gonna pass out. You don't feel like, oh, I gotta get out of the heat. You just feel like, oh, I'm just gonna drink a little water and I'm fine. And you feel like it doesn't make you want to go inside, is what I mean. Like it just, you know? Yeah, I'm finding for this particular yarn, I'm finding that the 4mm is going a lot smoother than the 5. Now, I will say the Peaches and Cream Original, it's a more rougher yarn, so it's not as tightly spun as, say, this yarn, but it's still a good yarn. It'll still work up nicely. So, yeah, who thinks I should start selling my products? Comment down below. And let me know what I should sell a bandana for. I have had a crochet business fail before, but this time I plan to do it differently. Like, I want to mark up a business plan and everything. And yeah, so that's kind of the update. So I'll have multiple streams of income. So I will be crocheting for stuff to sew. And then I will also have at some point, a source of employment, like a job I go to, like everyone else. And then I'll be running my business. And of course YouTube as well. So, which I do plan to do on a more regular basis once I get my own place. I don't really have a filming area. So for now, it's probably just going to be lives on occasion. So stay tuned for that. And then, yeah. But once I get my own place, which pray soon, then of course, I'll be able to start more immediately doing more active stuff on the YouTube channels and fun videos. I want to do crochet style vlogs. Again, that's my goal. Again, like if I'm making stuff for the business, I will be filming that, and who knows, maybe one day I'll have a yarn business. Who knows? There we go. So I think the pattern is working up nicely. I think I got it down, and I think it's working. So what do you guys think about the crochet business idea? Like, what you think? Selling my stuff? I think I would start out by using my printer that I already have, which I still have, by the way. I've got all my stuff in storage. Okay, great. So what should I sell? I think I'm gonna probably focus on small things like scrunchies and maybe bandanas will probably be my theme. And then Once I get good at that, then I will expand, probably. Use bandana and maybe dish sponges. Because dish sponges are really easy to make, and they're really, really good. Comment down below some small items you think I should make that would be profitable. Comment down below. What do you guys think? So I'm gonna do hair scrunchies. Oops, I messed up. Whoopsies. Backtrack. I'm thinking hair scrunchies, bandanas, because bandanas are easy. Just small things to start out to get the business going. And I'm not going to be opening a Shopify right away. I think I'm going to be doing Shopify, but I don't know. I'm not set on that because my other website, I use Wix.com. And I hear Shopify is really good. Hey everybody, I'm Rose Crafts. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really glad you guys are tuning in. I will show a more up close progress of this bandana once I'm done with this row. We're almost done. I probably, if I could find it, I don't know where my 4.5mm crochet hook is. That's probably a slightly better size just for the double crochets. A 5mm is definitely too big. But a 4.5 would have been better, but I don't know what my 4.5 is at the moment. But this is what the bandana is looking like. It's working up really, really good. I'm really happy. I don't know if I'm going to do white. I might do like a white border. I don't know. Let's see if I can find my 4.5. It's like I do still have my eye size, but that's because I recently bought that. I don't know where my 4.5 is. It's not in here. Oh well. Oh well. Oops. I didn't put these back in here. Also, if you were to buy a crochet bandana and you didn't know how to crochet, how much would you be willing to pay for one? Like, what's the max amount you'd be willing to pay? Like, pretend you like crochet, but you don't crochet. And you have no interest in learning, but you'd want to support somebody who does, and you'd want to buy a crochet item. Like, let me know what's the max you would pay. If that makes sense. Let me know in the comments. Because that will help me determine what my pricing is going to be. $8? Ooh, $8 is a lot for a bandana. $8, yeah. Perfect. $8 plus shipping though, right? Because shipping is going to be like $3 or $4. Yeah, so I guess repeat that. Okay, so about $8. 8 to 10. I'd probably have to charge $10 just because for shipping. Well, because you gotta think shipping is gonna be like $4. Probably. So that means I'm only making $4 off of a bandana. It's not really good. But maybe I could charge like 10. Because you gotta account for shipping. So I guess around 8 to 10 probably would be what I would charge. Probably. But I'm not gonna start out by doing online sales. I'm gonna start out by doing in-person sales to build up the financials. Okay, up to 15. Okay, that's better because then I can, like, if I profit like $8, that's good. But it has to be like $8 profit. Okay, so up to 15. Perfect. So I would say between a 10 and 15 range. Lydia, $8 is good if that's the profit I'm making, but $8 total, yeah, I just don't see that. Because that's 2.9% that Shopify would take, plus sales tax, plus shipping. So $8 of profit, maybe, yes, but not $8 total, you know? So this is working up really, really nicely. This pattern is really nice. If you haven't checked out Passionate Kelsey, her channel too, she has a lot of fun, inspiring crochet projects and patterns that she designs. I want to make, she has this spiderweb top that she makes, and I want to make one of them because I just, well, because I just think that'd be so cute. And so it's like the center part right here is like a lacy spider web, and then it like makes a cute crop top. It goes out and like makes a top, and I think that'd be so cute. I literally think that would be like the cutest. But I saw in her recent vlog she was doing like a black and white one. I personally, for me, would prefer like maybe a orange and black. I just think that'd be so cute. I just think that'd be the cutest thing. Honestly. Cutest thing ever. And also, I've been doing stacked single crochets when I'm starting my double crochet projects because I didn't know that it mattered, but it does. So it like makes your projects, I don't know, just makes them nicer, you know? It acts as a double crochet, but it's a stacked single crochet. I mean, $8 profit is good. And the yarn wouldn't cost that much because it would be like cotton yarn and stuff like that. And Bernat. But I can't find Bernat at my Walmart other than the Bernat baby or the Bernat blanket. And for scrunchies, you don't want that. You want regular Bernat. And my Walmart doesn't have regular Bernat. But guess what, you guys? I don't know if you know anything about Kennewick or the Tri-Cities area, but here in Kennewick, we not only have a Walmart Supercenter, which our Carpet just had a little mini Walmart, but we got a Target, we have a Walmart Supercenter, a Target, a Michael's, and a Hobby Lobby. Oh, we even have a Costco. I'm excited. Oh, and we have a Winco too. We have a Winco, we have a Costco, we have a grocery outlet, we have a Red Apple, which is more expensive. We have we have a lot. I really like shopping at uh Hobby Lobby because every other week they have 30% off all their yarn. So you could just plan all your yarn shopping based on when the yarn sale is. So the yarn sale is twice a month for an entire week. And it's a continuing yarn sale that never ends. It's been going on. They've been doing it since the beginning of time, since the company opened, pretty much. So they've always done it. So you can look online, and if you want to shop in person, you can look online, and the ad will tell you if yarn's 30% off or not. And if their online ad doesn't specify that the yarn's 30% off, then that means it would be the following week. So you just go, because everyone tells me that the yarn at Hobby Lobby is expensive, which I don't totally agree that it's that overpriced. Maybe on like a few certain brands, yeah, but it's not that overpriced. But if you plan to shop at Hobby Lobby during their 30% off yarn sales, which are 7 days, twice a month. So I don't know if it's the first and then the last month that are those deals, but I do know that it's like 1 week is the yarn discount of 30% off, and it's all brands and it's unlimited amounts. So it's 30% off all the yarn you buy, not on like a select brand or a select amount, and it's for a full 7 business days. And then the next week they do 30% off all of their like sewing material. So like same rules apply. There's no exclusions, no strings attached, nothing. And that goes on also for 7 business days straight. And then the next week it goes back to the yarn. And it just keeps flip-flopping between the two. So you could go online to verify that it's the week of the yarn sale and then just only buy the yarn on that week. And you have a whole week to do it. And because it's a reoccurring sale, if you're busy that 1 week, you can just go the next week that's available. And it's reoccurring all of the time. So it's kind of a great business model in my opinion. And I really like that you can do that. But now, yeah, I have a Michaels and a Hobby Lobby here, which is, I really enjoy that. And I don't know, I do. It's fun. It's great. It's everything. We have a Walmart Supercenter because if anybody knows, I was living in Oak Harbor. And they had a Walmart, but it wasn't a Walmart Supercenter. It was just a regular Walmart. So they had like a small freezer section, and they had like some canned foods, and like they sold bread and stuff. But it was just a miniature Walmart. They didn't sell all the stuff that they normally do. So it was just, yeah. But it's better here because it's bigger. There's more selection, and we have a Target too. Which our Target's kind of lame, I guess. Because the Target doesn't even sell yarn. What kind of retail store? Because I thought Target was like an upscale Walmart, right? They don't even have a yarn section. It's like, what? I was bummed. I was really, really bummed. Really, really, really bummed. Also, this is working out really, really nicely. I really like this. Do you guys vote I should do all yellow? Or do you vote I should add some white in there too? And do you vote I should just do like the edge white or with the straps? I haven't fully decided yet what I'm gonna do, to be completely honest. I mean, I have options. I do think, though, for sure that the 4mm is a better hook size for this particular project for this yarn. Now, I think it is a little small. Like, I'd prefer my 4.5, but I don't know where that is currently. So we're just gonna go with the 4, which I didn't even know where this was till recently. But the 5mm was way, way too big. But the pattern calls for a double crochet And I just think it wouldn't look right if I did like a half double, or you could do it in a half double or a single, but I wanted to at least do the pattern without really modifying it much at least once. Because I've never made this before. And I don't know if I'd mentioned this earlier in the live. Maybe I did, but I've never even made a bandana before. Not because they were intimidating, not because I was afraid I couldn't do it. Bandanas are probably one of the most basic crochet pieces that you could probably make. Besides a pot holder or like something like that. They're very easy. They're very basic. I don't have blue or green. So it's just either the yellow or adding the white with the yellow. My yarn selection is very limited right now. I don't have any more of that peaches and cream stripies in the color green stripies, unfortunately. But that would be a great color combo. If I had that, I would agree with you and do that. But unfortunately, Moonrose, I don't. I guess for now I'll just do yellow, and if I feel like adding the white, I will do the white. So yeah. So that's pretty much my update. Basically that I moved to the Kennewick area. I will let you know when I move again to my own place, because right now I'm staying in temporary housing. And then, yeah, I'm just staying with a friend temporarily. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's my life update, you guys. I'm really happy to go live. My hair is just, it needs to be brushed through again. I just recently took a shower. And so I really like how this yellow yarn is turning out though. But what about like orange with it? If I don't have orange, but like say if I make another one with different yarn sometime. This looks really good and it works out really well. And it folds up perfectly too, meaning the sides meet up really well. Anyways, I really like this. It's lacy enough, but not too lacy. It works up really, really good. And I'm probably gonna do this stuff to completion. And I also made some zucchini bread for the first time. We have this is zucchini. Let me show you. Now, it's only half of the zucchini because I cut it to make the zucchini bread. But this was free, by the way. Let me sit down back to where we were at. This is roughly about half the zucchini. Like, look at this zucchini. It's bigger than my face. Half the zucchini is bigger than my face. This is maybe a little less than half the zucchini. I made zucchini bread. So I just gotta say, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the other half of it, but it's gonna get used. I love zucchini. I don't know about y'all, but I do. And that zucchini is huge. It was grown locally in someone's garden, so I got it for free. And yeah, could be like pretend I have a stem, like tape a little string to it or something, and then be like, look at my zucchini stem I have. Like, look how big this thing is. Whoever grew this did a fantastic job growing it because, I mean, just look at the damn thing. I mean, yum, zucchinis are great. Why don't you like zucchini? Zucchinis are great. What's going on? Lydia, why won't you eat a zucchini? I love zucchinis. Zucchinis are great. Anyways, it's a big zucchini, right? Ginormous zucchini, right? Anywho, I made zucchini bread with a little more than half the zucchini because why not? And I don't know what I'm doing for dinner tonight, but we had mashed potatoes with carrots, onions, and broccoli. Carrots, onions, and broccoli was what I made with these steaks that I cut in half because they were wide enough and they were pretty long. So I cut it in half and then I made mashed potatoes. And that's what we had for dinner last night. Tonight I'm not so sure what we're doing in the dinner idea. I'm thinking I have options. We just went shopping. So it's not a matter of options not being there. It's just a matter of thinking in my mind what I would like to eat with what we have. So there's not an issue with not being able to find anything. I don't know. I like to be creative when I cook, and I like to not always make the same thing. So I might use some zucchini again because I like zucchini. So I don't know. Maybe cook it up or something. Are you a picky eater, Lydia? Are you a picky eater? Is it true? Are the rumors true? I'm kidding. There's no rumors. I am not a picky eater, and I love zucchini. They're not super flavorful, but they're watery. They look juicy. And they absorb flavor. So as long as you don't mind the texture, you just add your own flavor to it. Like Lowry's seasoning. Which normally I go for Johnny's, but the Lowry's is cheaper. And we go for what's cheap. But just so you know, if you use any seasoning salts, like Lowry's, they do have salt in them. It's called a seasoning salt for a reason. Because the main ingredient is salt. So when you're using Lowry's or Johnny's, it's a seasoning salt. So don't add salt to your stuff because you're double salting your food and it's nasty. Because you all aren't realizing there's salt in the Johnny's and in the Lowry's. So then you add more salt and then your food's way salty. Too salty and you wonder why. Because in all of those seasonings, the first ingredient is salt, meaning there's more salt than anything else. The only time I recommend ever salting anything is if you want like a sea salt. You could do like a quick little grind of sea salt. But other than that, don't salt the salted. It's true. You don't think of it. I mean, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. They don't realize that they're using Johnny's or Lowry's. And they don't realize that it's salted. There's like it's 98% salt. They don't realize that. So then they go, oh, I gotta add salt. I forgot to add salt. And then they can't eat their food because it's too salty because, well, they didn't pay attention to the label. So then they have salty, salty food. And it's like, if you just read the label. Literally, the first ingredient is salt, I promise. This is going pretty quick. It is slightly going slower than I would like, just because I should have used a 4.5. But a 4 is better than a 5 for this particular yarning project, in my opinion, if you don't want a super loose looking double crochet. Because this is what the 5mm looks like in double crochet with this yarn. This is a 5mm. See how big it is? Which if you don't mind that, then you go for it. But For this project, I wanted it to be tighter. But yes, share with all your friends. I'm going to be trying to at least do more regular lives. I can't guarantee vlogs yet, but that's the goal. So that's what we're going to be doing. Is selling crochet things, and we're going to stick to a small variety of quick, easy things I can make, and then expand from there. I still own a cleaning business, by the way, but I'm going to be sourcing that out for the most part. I might have like 1 or 2 days a week where I work doing that if I decide to, because I'll have my employees pretty much do everything. And then I'm going to do probably a couple days a week, possibly where I work somewhere if I decide that I want to for income purposes. And then the rest of the time will be crochet time. So yeah, this is what we'll be doing. I do need to go buy some yarn at Walmart. I'm going to be making a Super Bowl themed hat for somebody that wants me to do that for them. So yeah, that's pretty much that. And this is what this looks like so far. I think it's gone fairly well. Like I said, if I had my 4.5, it would go a little smoother. But honestly, I think it looks good, and I think I could sell this. I like the yellow, it's cute. I don't exactly know how many I could get out of this, because again, I'm using the yellow for another project also. But for the most part, I think we'll at least be able to make one. I believe. So yeah, let me know what you guys are up to in the comments. Sorry, I was hoping this live would have been more eventful, but that's pretty much my update. Oh, you're making food. What are you making? Let me know what you're making. So yeah, maybe we'll get some packing orders videos at some point. I think I could handle um, you know, doing. So yeah, there you go. I might do a whiteboarder maybe, I'm not sure. But and I am doing a whole size smaller. So but I am also doing a thicker yarn too. So there is that. Also, who wants to see me review the 100% cotton mainstays yarn? They don't sell it at my Walmart, unfortunately. But I could probably get it because there's another Walmart Supercenter in Pasco, a Walmart Supercenter in Richland. So we have I have access to 3 separate Walmart Supercenters. So one of them might have it, or Walmart.com, maybe. So yeah, let me know what you think. Because I'm hearing it's a really good cotton yarn. And I'm hearing it's it's similar to Peaches and Cream Stripies in the sense that it's a more tighter spun, slightly nicer quality, less dense cotton, if you will. Softer, less rough, that sort of thing. Which ideally would be better for bandanas personally, but you make with what you got. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to make this bandana, but so far it's going fairly quick. Oh no, that's not good. You still have a lot of tooth pain? Have you been to the dentist lately? Have they told you how you can fix your tooth pain? Like, what's going on with that? Also, has anyone sat down to watch classic movies lately? I just watched the 101 Dalmatians and the 101 Dalmatians Part 2, A London Adventure, I think it's called. Boy, did y'all know that the movie 102 Dalmatians is not the sequel to 101 Dalmatians? But you didn't know that's not the sequel. There is a sequel, however. That's not the one. Oh, yeah. That's good. I hope it goes well. Did people know that? So it goes 101 Dalmatians and then 101 Dalmatians Part 2. And I think the name of it is Part 2, A London Adventure. I think. I'm not sure on the name of it, but it literally is 101 Dalmatians Part 2. And it also is animated, and it is an official movie. Like a it's not like a fan made thing. And then I believe the 102 Dalmatians comes next after that, which would be the sequel to the 101 Part 2. I didn't know that. I don't know why. Because it's not like I haven't seen the Part 2 before. I guess I just never thought of it. I just thought, there's the 101 Dalmatians and there's 102. And I just presumed, I guess, that the 102 was the sequel. But it's definitely not. Yay! There we go. Can anyone guess how many rows there is? You can guess how many rows Smells will tell you if you it. I gotta count first because I don't even know. Okay. I know how many rows. Yep. Do you know how many rows there are? No? Well, there's 8. In case anyone cares. There's 8. So yeah, this will definitely make a full bandana. I got 4 to make the hat because I was like, oh, make a matching hat. And then I quickly realized that I wasn't going to need that money. So now, because of that, I'm deciding that I'm going to make some bandanas that I can sell. Maybe a dish sponge or 2. I don't know. But for now, a bandana. Oh, you were close. There was 8. You were very close. There's 8. Very close. So we're working on row 9 right now. Yeah, I think the 4mm for this definitely is better. And yeah, I think that that's the consensus. Is that the 4mm hook is better for this project, and yeah, the 5 is just a little big. For me, at least. Unless you like that bigger open look. Which for some projects is good and some projects is not. I think I'm going to do bandanas. And then what else? Hair scrunchies. Give me a small third item I could make, guys. Bandanas, hair scrunchies, and trying to think of what else. Maybe sponges? But I want to make stuff that, not just stuff that I like, but stuff that I'll actually sell. You know what I'm saying? And stuff that's quick to make. Or a quick turnaround. You know what I mean? I don't know for sure. Pot holders, but would pot holders sell them? It has to be something that would actually sell. Not just something doable because it's small. You know what I mean? Something that people would want to buy. I'm just not seeing pot holders as something that people would want to buy, you know? Anyway, headbands, hair scrunchies. We can start doing, like, I don't know, different stuff with them, but I need 1/3 item. Ah, okay. Maybe I'll try that then. What about coasters? Maybe not. Yeah, what about coasters? That's what we're making right now. That's already on the list. Yes, Lydia, that's already on the list. We're making the headband right now. So far we got headbands and scrunchies and maybe possibly pot holders. This works out really good. I think it's looking really good. I don't know how many rows I'm going to do because we're using a smaller hook than what the pattern calls for. And the pattern calls for a softer yarn, not this particular yarn, just a softer cotton. And I don't have access to that right now. So this is what we're doing. I might do like a white border on. Oh yeah, I'm just following the pattern. So then you add straps at the end. A border and straps. That's what you do, you just add a border and straps. Anyways, I feel like this is going well. Ugh, my nose is itchy for some reason. Anyways, welcome to a new phase of my life where I do things different, I guess, than I have been. So I still own my cleaning business. If you guys didn't know, I run a cleaning company. It was just temporarily closed. I just reopened it. So that is what we're doing. But something, because that's going to be more hands off. And I've got to have housekeepers that run all that. But then I want to be able to do this. So I think I'll probably have a job that I do, that I go to like a couple days a week, and then do this, and then yeah. So anyways, that's my plan. That's my goal. I will have an official crochet studio set up in my new place. I probably am only going to start out. Oh, you make hats too, that's good. So I do want to say I'm probably going to start out with a 1 bedroom, depending on what I can afford starting out. So it'll probably be like a crochet studio in my living room, unless I end up sleeping in my living room, and then like having a pull-out futon, and then the studio goes in the room. I don't know how we're gonna arrange that, but we'll figure it out when we get there. And yeah, I'm excited. I think that this will be something new that I've always kind of wanted to do, but just been afraid. So stay tuned for more content based on that. Again, for right now, I'm just going to be doing lives because I don't really have a way to film here. So that'll just have to be that for now. But once I get my own place, I will be able to have my own setup in my own studio which I will do for sure. But I need to have as many like streams of income as possible. So I will do YouTube, which will be part of my crochet business plan. And then I will have my cleaning business that I just manage for the most part. And then of course, yeah, I'll maybe even have a job where I work for somebody else. Who knows? Haven't decided all the details of that yet. My face is kind of itchy. I don't know why. Anyways, this is how the pattern is working. It's looking really nice. Working up very nicely. It's obviously not big enough, but I'd say soon it will be. I don't think we have to worry too much about that. So, anyways, that's pretty much the live update. I will be doing that. Actually, I'll be right back. Stay right there. Don't move, guys. Don't move. So, my first attempt, so don't judge too harshly, but a nice zucchini bread. It's a little dense, but it physically worked. If you can't tell, it is a cinnamon zucchini bread. And it tastes delicious. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I was working on this, but then I just kind of decided that because I need to start making a profit and selling stuff, that I would use some of the yarn to sell stuff. So that's kind of that. So I'm just going to put a stitch marker on that for now. Of course, I still have my handy dandy notions container. I love this thing. And where I live about it, most of it is handmade by my friend. She did a fabulous job making it. Anytime I crochet, I bring this with because I need the things in here. And it's just so stinking cute, you know? I love this. And I'm so happy she made this for me. It's special to me and it works great now. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning into this live stream. I will do more enthusiastic live streams later on. But for now, I think this is, I guess, me saying goodbye for now. I'm going to go eat some. I will look on Facebook. On Messenger, right? I'm going to go do some things, figure out what we can do for maybe a business proposal for, I'm going to be doing maybe starting a crochet business. So anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to try to do somewhat semi-regular lives until I can get videos going again. But for now, this is what we got going on. Thank you so much. Love you guys for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.